What's up, guys? Jack Galactic here, back with another video. And you know the thing that I just love about Fortnite? I love the fact that you just never know when you're going to have one of those really special games. So today, old Jack Galactic Jr. Gave me a call and asked if I could play some Fortnite. I said sure. He's over at his mom's house, I'm over at mine, so we both logged on to our respective consoles and donned our headsets and decided we were going to drop into a game, and he wanted to drop into a random squads game. It's not something we do that often. We haven't really squatted up too many times. He's kind of ran with his friends a few times. He's got a couple buddies from school that occasionally they'll all get together and run as squads, and I've played with them a couple of times. But in general, we usually either run solo or we run duos. We don't normally run squads, but we decided we were going to drop into this squad and see what happens. And we let the other two guys on the team decide where we were going to go, and they both dropped their markers for Hazy Hillside, so that's where we went. And we landed, and it got kind of crazy kind of quick. It was a little okay at first. Seemed like we were a bit uncontested, but the next thing you know, you look around and there's like 4 teams just, or I guess 3 teams just kind of going at it from every different direction. So that was quite a bit of fun. I can definitely see now why people like to play squads. There's so much going on, a lot of action, and there was just gunfire going everywhere. Not my usual game, for sure. Definitely not my usual game, but got several kills there in the heat of the battle. Was able to definitely kind of hold my own for the team, I would say. And old Jack Galactic Jr. He did the same. We basically just didn't really know what we were doing, to be honest with you. We were just trying not to die, which initially we did a pretty good job of. We did a pretty good job of not only not dying, but getting a few kills for the team. But then we ran into a little bit of problems. So this is kind of where the game got a little tricky. So old Jack Galactic Jr., he wanted to hop in the car and go get the forecast tower, get the boss, key card, do all that so we could have forecast for the rest of the game. But our teammates didn't have headsets and mics. So we were trying to talk to them, say, hey, hop in the car or whatever. They couldn't hear us, and they didn't hop in the car. So me and him hopped in the car, went over there, took out the boss, got the key card, got forecast. But in the process of doing that, we ended up losing a teammate. I don't know if maybe he thought we had abandoned the team, so then he abandoned the team, or if he died and then he just backed out, or maybe he just right there in the middle of the game decided to back out. I'm not sure what happened. But ultimately, we found ourselves as a 3-man squad instead of a 4-man squad. And this ended up becoming one of the best, I think, squad games I could have asked for. Me and old Jack Galactic Jr., man, we definitely saw a lot from this random teammate who we'd never met before. Never seen him before in the game. It was just someone that, we clicked Phil yes, and it's who the game matched us up with. And I hear so many horror stories about people getting into games like that, their teammates don't want to help them out, and they don't have a lot of fun, and the moment that, they die, they leave the team, or the moment you die, it's clear that they're not even trying to get your reboot card and try to help you, but that is not what we were seeing from this guy. It was very clear pretty quickly that he definitely wanted to be a part of the team. He was definitely trying to work with us. And as we are about to see, he ended up becoming the most valuable member of this team. So me and old Jack Galactic Jr. here found ourselves fighting snipers from 2 different directions over here on this little middle island in this sort of, it's not really Loot Lake, I don't know what you would call it, I don't think it really has a name right now, but in my mind I'm still thinking of it as sort of like Loot Lake. If it's this Chapter 5's Loot Lake, whatever you might want to call it. But we were on that little island there around the lake and doing our best trying to fight off these different teams that seem to be kind of coalescing around us. And then all of a sudden I didn't realize that old Jack Galactic Jr. had went back over to the mainland and got himself into a little bit of trouble. So I go over and I decide I'm going to try to get his reboot card, get it clutched up. Didn't realize that there was a riot shielder hiding out behind the tree. And boom, next thing you know, I'm knocked. And it was at this point that I kind of assumed that the game was over. We got some random teammate. He's standing out there in the open being shot at from 3 different people. And then, he's running away. So, me and old Jack Galactic Jr., we were kind of just, talking, hey, that was still a fun game, whatever, blah, 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 after this, we'll probably just call it a night. It'll probably be the last game. He's not going to go, grab our cards and reboot us, obviously. If he was going to do it, he would have done it by now, right? Right? Well, as it turns out, we were wrong. So our teammate over here, he waited till the coast was clear. He did take his time. He did his best to heal up at least a little bit. Wasn't much, but popped his big pot, and he actually hung over at this hill, peeking for about a minute, waiting for the people to finally leave. They were actually standing up at the top of the hill, and they kept peeking that card. And finally they ran away to go to a fight, and then, and only then, is when he goes in. He clutches the double reboot for probably one of the most clutch plays you can ask for in a random field squad teammate. So me and Jack Galactic, man, we are back in the game, and we're like, okay, what can we do to go make it up to our teammate? What can we do to not let him down? Well, as it turns out, the game, as it usually does, had other plans. I couldn't even make it to catch up to my teammates before I was already eliminated yet again. And wouldn't you know it, old Jack Galactic Jr., he got eliminated too. Now I'm sitting here looking at my teammate, and I'm thinking to myself, that's it. He's done. He's over it. He's like, there's no way I'm going to carry these jokers yet again. And yet again, I would be wrong. So this random squad teammate that we just randomly got put together with, after already pulling off a double reboot, after already seeing us pretty much immediately get eliminated yet again, he goes in for the second double reboot, and he even runs right past a victory crown. Now this guy, that is a real team player right there. He forgoes picking up a victory crown just to make sure we can get the reboot before the storm circle closes in. This guy is the true definition of a clutch teammate. I wish I had more time on my hands. I wish I could have played more games with this guy. Seems like he was definitely a much better player than I was. There's nothing I was really going to be able to do that was really going to be able to repay him or thank him. But to see someone putting in that much effort for a random team that you're probably never going to talk to again, you're probably never going to play with again, that was pretty amazing to see. That was a lot of fun to be a part of. And, Guy, whoever you are, I just want to say thank you for still showing me that there's still some fun and there's still some humanity within the game of Fortnite. Any other time I play in a random squad game, they be leaving that card back every time, and I just sit there and spectate them until they die. They never try to pull up that reboot. But this guy, man, he was all about rebooting the team, and that was just pretty cool to see. Unfortunately, old Jack Galactic and old Jack Galactic Jr., we weren't coming in as clutch as he was. He did the best he could for us. He tried everything he could to get us a victory, but unfortunately in the end, he just couldn't quite seal the deal. You still can't really ask for anything better though, man. A second place finish, that's pretty good in my book. So Guy, thank you for carrying the team. Thank you for being our teammate. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments you have down below. Peace.